expression.
All right, so this week the question was, what does your character think of others' deities, religious beliefs, and religious practices? And we might just like jump right into that because I think I might have trauma blocked what happened last time, but I am struggling to remember for a recap.
Valid.
We flew as gas, and we just flew right over all the encounters you had planned.
Yeah.
You're so welcome, Alex. We just wanted you to have the proper DM experience of your party derailing everything.
It just proves that we're looking at our sheets and we're utilizing our spells.
You are, yes. Thank you for looking at your characters and knowing what your characters do. But I think a lot of it was since you did that, like, honestly, I remember you being on a boat for a time, and I was like, oh my god, you can't do anything on a boat. Like, encounters don't happen on a boat because you just, like, go past each other. You can't stop. You just keep going.
True.
You can wave.
You
but
can have pirates
sounds like
on the river.
How to be as big of a dipshit as possible next time we're on the river.
Then we could encounter like a stowaway on a boat.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they try to
We could have someone ram us and then suddenly discover that like one of us doesn't know.
Ooh, or there's rocks.
Have the last Saskatchewan pirate come after us.
But like when Soch was describing
Actually, I'm gonna retcon
dragons, I was like not even paying attention to anything because I was putting together encounters for after you got off the boat. So that's kind of why I didn't remember a whole lot of what happened last time, because I was so like doing my DM prep while we were having the session.
That's all fair. That's all good.
So does somebody want to go over stuff that happened last time? Bring out those notes.
Didn't we just do it?
Was that it? You were on a boat?
We were on a boat.
We turned into clouds. We got out of the city, no problem, and we didn't even have to deal with the desert. And we.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab an Ethernet because my Wi-Fi sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. And we were still able to do some shopping in whatever town that was called. And then we took a boat. And then we went into a shop to get mountainous gear and stuff for cold weather. And the shopkeep was super nice and really respectful to every single person in the party. And then we started hiking up a mountain and found these corpses or bodies. I don't know.
Yeah, you did find 2 bodies, and we ended with Nellie finding out that they are not dead. At least not yet. But I think Nellie is the one that left briefly. Are you there? Okay.
Great.
I'm sorry,
Tahpa?
were you talking to one of us?
Tahpa, what was the question? What does your character think of others' deities, religious beliefs, and religious practices?
So what Tahpa thinks about them is he doesn't really. You can't really be atheistic in this universe, really, but he doesn't really think much of them, honestly. He doesn't think much of the religious practices or the gods of the world. He's just, like... I don't know, he doesn't really think about them.
The closest...
He's very nonchalant about it.
The closest you could be to atheistic would be, you know that the gods are there, but don't believe that they actually do anything. Like, they're just there to take your stuff, and then they don't give anything back.
he's like, because he does a lot of betting, and so he's like, if you need to, pray to your god to win at this, then I have a better chance at winning, because obviously you're bad at whatever we're doing.
Next up is Soch.
Soch understands that there's religion, and lizard folk have religion too. We have gods and stuff that we will worship. How does he feel about others? I mean, probably a little indifferent. Probably a little like, well, yeah, of course, everyone has like a person that they follow, right? That's just how this world works. Like, it just makes sense. I don't think he has strong opinions one way or the other about like how people worship, or like how if their god is good or evil. I don't really care much about that. Let me quick look at my notes on religion. So the god that Soch would worship is Semuanya, who's just the god of survival and propagation of the lizard folk species. So there's other gods, other deities that they worship that are controlled by, and like the head leaders or shamans. So he understands that like there's clerics, and he kind of sees clerics that are people of other religious faiths. He sees them as like, oh, that's just a job. Like, and you can change that job, but you still have, divine nature from the god that you believe in. So he doesn't necessarily think that clerics and paladins are divine by nature. He thinks that they're more like, it's just a job and fancy clothes that they get to wear.
They went to career day and signed up for
Exactly.
priest.
Yeah. Because, like, in lizard folk culture, they have shamans. Shamans are different from clerics. But a shaman is just, like, a role that a person takes on. And sometimes that shaman dies, and so then you have to appoint another person to be shaman, to take that role, take that job.
All right, Whisk.
Okay. Whisk is okay with religion. He believes that people pray to their gods to get something from them, and he respects that. If it's not in your power to get what you want or do what you want to do, if you can pray to a god to get it, then why not do that? He thinks the only reason why people pray or worship is to gain something from a god. And he respects that. And that's it.
Okay. Is Nellie available to talk?
Nellie can talk.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think my laptop's overheating and I don't have an Ethernet port, so fingers crossed. Nellie is thinks of other people's religion. I don't want to say it's like unique for a cleric, but the followers of Selûne are very like open-minded. It seems like they're like, it's not like a one true goddess situation. It's just like it seems to be a lot more chill based off of the reading I've done. And so she's kind of adopted that, but she also, in particular for her, she's really drawn to Selûne and the Twilight Domain in general because of that sort of chill aspect, that chill nature. So it's very much like a, hey, whatever floats your boat, but also like, as long as you're not like hurting or actively harming or like trying to come from me and mine. But like one of her like more engaging conversation topics at the parties that she would throw would be with a someone who was willing to engage on like that topic rather than just have an opinion one way or the other. I think that makes sense. It made sense in my brain.
I'm sorry, I think you were muted. I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
I would fucking cry. Like, no joke, just break. I'd be like, hey guys, I think you need to do today without me.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, you're so fine. That was so
No,
good.
what we would have had to do would be like a double thing where we're both using the same mic.
We've done
Yeah.
that for stream before, so
We have done that for stream.
Shalina brought me a nice pack and a towel.
Oh, that's
Oh.
nice.
Not for me,
Nice.
but for my laptop.
Oh,
I mean, it's still for you, but
that's
like,
still helpful.
Yeah. A couple years ago, I think we both like cuddled these ice packs to sleep before we had the
Yeah.
AC unit.
mhm.
Okay, well, as you have come back to this point, you are all trekking through the mountain pass, and some of you have experienced the cold and snow for the first time, and have very different reactions to it. And as you are hiking around the Snowflake Mountains, you have encountered a couple of bodies on the side of the road. These two bodies are huddled together, like in the fetal position, and as you approached and looked at them, it appeared that these were two elderly people, and they looked like they weren't going to make it, but Nellie did a medicine check and found out that they are still alive, at least for now. And that's where we ended. So, Nellie, what would you like to do?
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm choosing to blame the heat. Where was I at? They're not dead, but they're very close, and Alex ended the session. That was what my notes were. Okay. Which, of course, is not at all what I planned to do, which I do remember deciding. I just didn't write it down. I'm gonna start with I don't have any of my healing spells prepped. Okay, I do have like the higher level ones though. Okay, I'm gonna start with the Spare the Dying, if that's chill. Because you said they were like really close to death, right? Like, is this like this close to death, or is it like they're further away from death than that?
Well, you could cast Spare the Dying to prevent them from going beyond the point that they are, like just as a safety net.
Okay. I just I don't have any of my healing spells prepped. Unless I want to go ahead and burn like my 1 6th level spell slot. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll be nice. I will cast heal at 6th level.
Jeez.
It's literally the only healing spell I have prepped. Like everything else is.
Which one are you gonna save?
Can I cast it on both of them, or can I only do it on one of them?
You can expend a spell slot to do it on one person, but you can upcast it to 7th level to do the other one if you really want.
Oh, I don't want to do either of these things. I would rather do my I'd rather do my 1st level spell slot, Healing Word, but I don't have that prepped. So I didn't think I was gonna need it on this journey.
How about instead of like jumping to this, you tell the rest of the group what is going on? Because you went up ahead without, like, you went to check on these people.
Okay. Again, my notes were lacking. It was, they are not dead, but they are very close, and Alex ended the session. Okay. I will then go ahead and say, like, turn around to the group and, come quickly. I'm trying to remember what Nellie's voice is. I think it's up here. Come quickly. They're not doing too well. Does anybody have any additional healing? I've only got the max. And I could only do it on one of them.
Well, I mean, we're not eating them? I mean, that seems like... So you're saying they're still alive, but they're almost near death?
Well, most people will try and help because it's likely that they're just too cold. So it's not like a failed in battle. And even if there is something wrong, it would be good to have a heads up of what we might be facing.
Soch, did you say you wanted to eat them?
Well, yeah, like, I thought they were, like, almost dead, so we just wait for them to die and then we eat them.
Okay. Even I know that you're not supposed to eat people.
Well, I mean, if they're dead, it don't matter. But I guess they're not dead, so you want to save them?
Well, it all depends on burial rites. So, I personally don't think I would eat a person.
Soch, how long after death is appropriate for consumption? Like, immediate? Or...
Yes, immediately, usually. That's when it's still warm.
When one of your kin pass, you immediately eat them.
Yes,
okay.
That is correct.
Well, in higher classes of the inland, we don't eat humanoid sentient creatures, especially if they are of the same species.
Why?
Well,
because it is their right to have a graceful going on to the next plane. I understand that it is possibly nutrition that could be going to waste if you would have put it like that, but these are people that think just like you and me.
Soch, we don't know what's killing them either, so like there's a good chance that it might be like a disease or a poison that would make the rest of us very sick too.
Well, so that's even more to let them die, right? Like, you don't want to get infected. Can't get infected if they're dead. Isn't that how that works?
Sure, if it was an illness, but there's I'm trying to figure out what Nellie knows and what Maggie knows, because Maggie's very freaked out by the diseases.
Hiscyra is going to go up to each of them and do a healing light, which is D6 just of healing, just to, like, keep them above that 0 line. So they each get 5, just like we're having this conversation and they could be like suffering. Or she thinks that they could be suffering like this and freezing. So she's just gonna like do this for now. Like, if you want to kill them and eat them later, you can.
It sounds like we gotta help them or something, and that's how you guys do it on this side of the world. So I guess I will comply. Soch will pull out a spell book and kind of start going through his spells. It's like, all right, polymorph, identify.
Well, let's just have it this way. If we do everything we can to save them, and if that's not possible, then give them their last rites and allow them to pass their spirit on to wherever they're going. Then, Soch, you can do what you want with them. How's that for a compromise?
I think that's very fair and gracious. Thank you for, fitting my customs into it. I appreciate that. Ice Storm probably won't work, huh?
As for letting the bodies get cold, I think they're already cold.
Yeah, so more like fiery things, right? Like, I do have Good Berry. I have Healing Word. I got a Healing Spirit, and I got Mass Cure Wounds. Kind of a big spell to cast. I don't know if that's a good idea. I got Greater Restoration if you think it's a sickness that's ailing them and not necessarily something else, like loss of blood.
I'm a goddamn idiot.
Okay. What brings that? What brings that
I
up?
have lesser restoration prepped. Nellie will just kind of have like an epiphany moment. Go, oh, and reach out and like touch them both gently on the cheek, and cast lesser restoration. Well, I'm gonna see how it affects the first one, and then, oh no, this is only gonna affect. No, this is not as good as I thought it was.
Is there a frozen condition?
Well, I want to see how it affects the first one, and then I'll, like, if it cured them to do lesser restoration.
Yeah, sure. So, Hiscyra goes and gives them this healing light ability, and you can see when she does so, everyone around can start to see the condensation from their breath, like, come out of their mouths. So they're warmer, but it doesn't seem like they're waking up. And when you go over to lay a hand on which one? The man or the woman?
We'll do the woman.
Okay. When you touch the woman and cast your spell, she kind of just like breathes a little harder, and you can see her eyes start to flutter open and like look around as if she doesn't know where she is.
Okay. Seeing that it's working, I'll go ahead and cast it again on the man.
Okay.
Do we have like blankets or a fire we should be making or something?
Ooh, fire.
Sounds like
It's very cold.
Like some sort of
Are they
ball of
dressed in-
fire that you can create in an instant. Make a big area of balling fire.
It's been several days, right?
Yes.
Like, as we've been traveling? Okay.
Are they wearing winter gear? Do they
You
look prepared to be on this hike or whatever?
You look them around as they like start to wake up as well. You can notice like they move and they look very cold. They look as if they don't have like the gear that you were sold the session before. They look like they have like thin sweaters or like just a jacket. Nothing preparing themselves for this kind of conditions.
Okay, we definitely need to get a fire up in here. Because we've been traveling here on a few days, right? So we've made camp before.
Yeah. You know how to make a fire?
Yeah, let's make camp.
Okay. Who's doing what? Are you flint and tindering it, or do you have some magic that you can light some dry wood on fire?
I have control flames.
So
It says
do
I
I.
choose a non-magical flame that I can see within range and that fits within a 5-foot cube and affect it in more common ways.
Do I not have fireball? Not that I would use it.
I would have thought you
Perfect.
had it.
What level spell is that?
3rd.
Nope, I didn't take it.
Well, you're one of the brave ones, I guess.
The stupid ones.
No.
I missed it.
I got.
Well, when I gain a level, I can
here.
switch it out.
I have a tinderbox.
Yeah. Do we have wood?
I would have thought that you had some wood on your you have torches, that kind of thing. So,
Oh yeah. I have my broken staff. That's just a staff now. So Soch will be carrying that with him, and he'll just take that out and start breaking it into pieces to make fire.
okay, yeah. You have, of course, done this before. You've made camp, and so you're able to get a fire going. Do you do it on the path, or do you clear away some of the snow on the side?
I would say on the side.
Probably, yeah. Clear the snow.
Is there I don't know, a cave nearby? But then we'd have to drag them over.
From where you're standing, it just looks like there are cliff faces and rock walls. It doesn't look like there are any of openings that could be used as shelter.
Ah. I guess we'll make a small little barrier with the snow, dig out some of the snow for the fire.
Okay. I'll have,
Hi, dog.
since you're all doing something to contribute, I'll have you all roll survival.
Boy. Oh, okay.
Get a 1.
Whisk is not an outside cat.
No,
Whisk is
a
unusual.
house cat.
You're a house cat.
Whisk is like, how did I go from that to this?
Whisk has got booger coming out of his nose, and his whiskers are all frozen, and he's just standing there watching everybody's work, and he's just shivering.
Aw, poor Whisk.
Yeah, so you manage to clear space. You do, everyone does a really good job. Whisk sort of just, picks up a twig and tosses it into the pile that Soch has already made, at least trying to contribute. But, yeah, so you were able to get this going. Since, Whisk, you're not really contributing much, do you want to talk to the couple? They're just, over there shivering. Waiting for you to...
Since you're not helping any, Whisk, oh my god, you should go and talk to them at least.
Okay, I'll go talk to them. I'll walk over and be like, well, we're making a fire, so you should be warm pretty quick here. What were you all doing out here?
The lady will see you and she'll just shiver and say, "What a cute little cat, kitty cat. Where is this? Where are we?"
We're on the side of a mountain. Snowflake Mountain?
I barely remember. And the old man says, "Yes, I think we were traveling somewhere. I believe we were going, had a guide. I don't remember much after that."
You guys aren't really dressed for the winter.
Yes, I think we had something, but something happened to it. Where are our jackets? We're so cold.
Is there any sign of
Can I-
their stuff around?
And were they robbed?
You can make a either investigation or perception to kind of like look around surrounding area, see if there's signs of activity. Jeez, you
Wow.
people. These rolls are great.
1 and then the nat 20.
As we're sort of like looking around, I'd like to like bring them like a blanket or something from my bag and just be like, you said you had a guide? Who was your guide?
Some people offered to give us a guide through these mountains, I think. I don't remember much else. And the three people who rolled, you're looking around and there's a lot of snow, so it's really hard to tell like what happened here. But as you kind of look around, you can see signs of like you dig through the snow a little bit, you've seen signs of like ripped textiles or clothing, and maybe some little bit of hair that matches the elderly woman's. It is possible, like putting all these pieces together, it's possible that they were mugged at some point, like assaulted, and since they're here and they don't have anything to get them through, it's probably they were robbed as well.
That's
Can I roll something to see if they don't remember because they're cold, sick, and tired? Or if it's like something's making them not remember? Because they looked terrified when we came up on them, right?
You can
Or
give
is that
them a
just the
checkup.
icons you picked?
that is the icons I picked, but
Okay.
you can roll insight.
Insight? Okay. Could be worse.
Okay, so you're looking up around and you've built the fire and they've moved towards like where the fire is. They've been given a blanket to try and warm up. And you can kind of look them over and you can see that they look like they've suffered like blows to the head. So it's possible that a memory loss would be from that, and also possibly old age affected that as well.
Okay.
Do you remember why you were traveling through here? Where you're going, what you're doing?
Yes, we were. We wanted to go to Ormath, just over the mountains. I wanted to see family there, but it would take a long time to go around, so
we thought that we would hire a guide to go through the mountains and it would be faster, but I don't know. We were scammed. Oh dear. What happened to us?
I think you were robbed. I mean, it's looking pretty clear that you were robbed.
From or by your guide?
Probably. I mean, most likely, right? Like, I don't know. Does this route tend to have a lot of muggers?
we don't know. We usually go the long way around, but as you can tell, we might not be around for that much longer, so we thought we'd take a shortcut.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I
What do
just-
you mean?
What do you mean you won't be around much longer? Are you going somewhere? Or are you gonna die? Or...
Soch, they're older. They're getting to that age where your body starts kind of shutting down. I'm like trying to say it as nicely as possible in front of the old people.
Oh, I see. All right, so they're getting ready for the great sleep then, and the great eating.
Yes.
Did you say the great meat?
The great eat.
Okay.
Even
You get the
better.
great sleep, and then you get the great eat.
That seems
Like a
right on
ritual.
brand for your culture. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's what
not
they're getting ready.
familiar
So that's
with
that's
that
why you guys are
term.
traveling.
Maybe explain that later.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean that makes sense while they're traveling. It's just truly unfortunate that you were robbed, especially on your way to your, last journey.
We put so much in that.
Yeah, where are we again?
You are,
Snowflake Mountains.
yeah, just
Yeah,
on
we're in the
okay.
Snowflake Mountains.
the west side. You haven't
We're-
gone over the peak yet.
Okay.
So you're on like the east or the west side.
I knew we were in mountains. I just can't remember which mountains we were in.
You know, I hate the cold, but I feel like I'd rather be there right now.
You can always put on more layers. You cannot take off more than your bottom layer.
Take off my skin.
That is also on brand for you.
I fear
We
we
could-
won't make it anymore. All of our stuff is gone. We're still so cold.
We thank you for your kindness, though.
What are you saying? You're gonna stay here? You don't think you're gonna make it? But thank you anyways?
I
I mean, yeah, you want to die here?
we
Who's
were-
gonna eat you?
I don't know, but we were considering just going back down the way we came. Maybe they could come to us.
Would it be faster? Do we know how much farther in the mountains that we have to go before we get to the other side? Would it be faster to go one way or the other, or are we like at the middle point?
Oh no, you haven't gone to the middle point yet.
Okay.
It would take you like a few days to get just over the mountains at a normal pace. But it would take you like 2 days to get back to the last town.
Mm. And we don't have extra clothes or anything. Great.
I don't know what to do here.
Should we magic them away?
Did somebody turn
Cast a
into a cloud, go back to town, and teleport over here?
Or we could turn them into clouds and they can just go.
So we'd have to tell them. We'd have to. Oh, no.
I think you have to be within range, right? Of whoever you're turning into clouds?
Yeah, when I cast the spell, but I don't know if I have to stay with them or if they can just go our own ways, and it just lasts 8 hours and then.
Turn them to clouds and they don't know how to land.
Yeah,
Sock's sad because it means he doesn't get to eat them.
Well, no, I understand. They need to get to their, relatives or whatever, wherever they were headed. I respect that. Just try to have my spells prepped.
I feel like you'd be constantly using that. It only lasts for 8 hours. We have to get them somewhere in either 2 days or 4.
Oh no, I pressed that by accident.
Oh, okay.
The death word, yeah.
Okay, yes, I have all my spells prepped. So, how many people are with us currently? We have 5 in our party, right? And then plus these 2.
Oh,
That
no.
makes it 7.
Oh, no.
So I have this spell. And I did touch the tree in the last village that we were at.
Do we
Like a
see
really
any
nice
trees?
shopkeeper. Are there trees around here?
We're in a mountain, an ice mountain.
That doesn't.
I mean, it
There's
says,
trees on the
and
mountain.
another plant at any distance. So I made sure to touch the biggest tree in the village so I could go back to that village and see that really nice shopkeeper. And then another plant at any distance on the same plane of existence. You must have seen or touched the destination plant at least once before. For the duration of 1 round, any creature can step into the target plant and exit from the destination plant by using 5 feet of movement.
You should carry around a pocket succulent.
I should, now that I have a bag of holding. Oh no, but there's no air in a bag of holding.
No, it would die.
Yeah. And I did not select plant growth.
Oh wait, one of those plants that are all dried up and everything, but when you water them, they come back to life. You know what I'm talking about?
Ragam moss or something.
Yeah.
So what's everyone's passive perception?
Oh hell.
Great.
20.
Okay.
15.
Once I remember where it is.
I did
skills.
It's under the skills.
Oh, it's in the skills? Okay.
Underneath it. I want it to be above the skills.
Oh,
Which is why it
13.
confuses me.
Okay, you're kind of like
Why is
trying to
y'all's
debate
higher than mine?
what to do with these people. They're like really cuddled up next to the fire, like almost like in it. They're just so cold, trying to warm up. And as you're kind of debating amongst each other what to do, Soch, you hear the sound of like a, I don't know if he would know what the sound is, but you do. So you hear like the sound of wind chimes coming from up the mountain, and you look and you can see a group of people walking down the path towards you.
Is there light? Are they holding lights or anything? Like,
Well,
there's the sound of wind chimes and people coming down the mountain?
yeah, it's daytime, so you can see them.
Okay.
But it looks like a small group of people. You hear the sound of like light bells kind of thing. And when you turn your head to look at where that sound's coming from, you see these people.
What's that? Are they also part of you guys? Or are they your guides?
They
Not
kind
the
of
point.
like very stiffly turn to look while trying to stay close to the fire. They say,
I don't know who that is. Samra, do you know?
"No, I don't recognize them."
How far out are they?
They're within eyesight. It looks like if you kind of like see what the thing is, there's like a little pathway down here, and you'd probably be down here. So they're up the mountain a ways, but when
Not close
Soch-
enough for a vibe check then.
Not quite, not yet. But yeah, you can see them coming when Soch points them out.
They're making
Oh.
weird tinging sounds. I've never heard a creature make that kind of sound before. Is that normal?
Maybe
You know what they
have
are?
bells attached to them somewhere?
Bells. Like I know them.
Do we know of any settlements up here? I don't think there's supposed to be any, right?
I'd say you have a map,
Can I do a
and
history check?
you would see that there is no settlements labeled on the map.
Random mountain people, huh?
Can I do maybe like a history check and see if I have read something about anything going on this pass, or specifically with regards to like the bells?
I want to know if
like,
we've heard any
stories?
gossip about them.
Because like, yeah,
Sure, you can make an history
gossip, and
check.
also like my grandpa, like Nellie's grandfather, like being a tradesman or merchant, whatever.
Well, you do know that this is like a good path to go if you really want to go through. I mean, it's cold, it's rocky, there are a lot of cliffs everywhere, so it's a little dangerous, but it is a trade route for some people. Otherwise, you'd have to take rivers up to lakes and whatnot. There are no like major roads outside of hundreds of miles away, so it's kind of like the Panama Canal that would vastly reduce the travel time.
Okay.
As these people, this group of people gets closer, everyone else starts to hear these chimes, like these very light bell noises as they walk down the mountain. And as they get closer, you can kind of see like in their wake a sort of fog is going behind them. It's very subtle, very light, but you can see this misty fog just trailing behind them as if they're walking through it, creating it and walking through it. And if you kind of like watch them and wait a little bit, you can start to see there's about 5 of them, and from a distance it was hard to tell, but now that they're closer you can see that they are not wearing very much clothing.
As they get closer, can I reach over and I want to touch Soch's hand and just say like, and why is it not letting me click on it? There you go. Do this and say, be vigilant. Something feels fishy.
So they're not wearing what? They're not wearing clothes?
They're not wearing a lot of clothing. They are wearing some, and it was hard to tell from a distance because, like, they are wearing some. Several of them are wearing, like, vestments, like these long sashes and whatnot that go down beyond their legs, and a couple of them are wearing hoods. But other than that, it looks like they're wearing just like basic underwear, like loincloth and tube top. But the fog that you see looks to be coming from a sensor that they are just like walking with, and that also looks to be the thing that is making the bell noise.
Is that like the smoking thing that priests wave in front of them on a chain?
Yes,
Sensor?
Okay.
a sensor.
A sensor could be a lot. In my mind. A sensor? What does it sense? What is it sensing?
I think it's for incense.
What is censoring?
What is it censoring? Yeah.
All the
Gays.
sins.
Their nakedness. Maybe these people have healing magic. More for the old people.
Do you wait a little bit for them to get closer?
I wait.
Yeah.
I'll stand and like sort of turn towards them as if I'm going to greet them when they get closer, but not actually do anything.
We didn't really establish this, but how far off the road did you make camp?
Probably about 5 feet or so.
Okay, not too far.
Yeah,
Just
not
out of the
too far.
way.
It's a
You need to keep
snowstorm.
tight.
So.
Okay, yeah. So you are right there, and I'm not sure about your character, but if you're like avoiding staring at them until they get closer, or if you're just like, I see you, I'm watching you, kind of thing. But yeah, they start to
Tahpa
get
is
closer.
watching.
And you can roll. Actually, what is everyone's passive insight? So the number next to your insight score, add 10, and that's your passive.
Also 15.
15.
10? Because I don't have a proficiency unless I roll.
13.
Roll a d10 then, or just make an insight roll.
Nice.
Damn.
Is it 20?
That'd be 20 at this moment, yeah. So Whisk, you're the first to see all of this, and you notice that the clothes they wear, the minimal amount of clothing, isn't fabric. It's metal. And the look on their faces as they are kind of walking down the mountain path is like a look of content. Just slight smiles, not like joyous, not over the top, just like happy to be around. And
Almost
as
placid.
Maybe.
Okay.
So they get within like 50 feet of you. And Whisk, you notice these things.
Whisk is just sitting by the fire watching them come down the mountain and is like thinking that's odd thing to wear, but okay. But Whisk has no reason to tell anybody anything. They look fine. We'll talk to them when they get closer.
No, they sure are taking their sweet time getting to us.
Well, I'm giving you the opportunity to make reactions if you want to. But if you want to just wait for them to get there, we can speed them up.
Whisk has no reason
Nice of you.
to prepare anything.
Yeah, they seem like not a threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does the old people looking as these people get closer?
Like,
Since you've like
that's a good question.
since you mentioned them and like asked if you knew them, they turned and looked, but after that they just went back to the fire. They're just so cold and focused on the getting warm aspect, huddled together underneath the blanket. So they aren't paying attention to these people at all.
Could we roll like maybe religion or history to see if we recognize? Well, I guess since Whisk is the only one that sees them wearing metal bikinis, if that's like a certain religious group of something,
Yeah,
something he's heard about before.
you can roll religion. I mean, you recognize like a censer. You recognize vestments. Like these people are religious in some way. You just don't recognize any kind of practice that a deity would require people to do this for. It's very cold, and these people are wearing very little clothing, and the clothing they are wearing is made out of metal, which is very cold. So it's odd, but you don't really know.
Okay.
Okay, so these people continue walking. They seem to be focused on the path ahead. They aren't really looking at you, but when they get close enough, like on the road right next to where you've made camp, they do like slow to a stop, and like the one up front, the one holding the censer, will turn and smile and say, "Hello, are you journeying up the mountain today?"
Yes.
That is the plan. Are you coming from the other side?
Yes, we are just going down now, as you can tell. We are disciples here to spread the word. Have you heard of
Of the bird?
our
Bird,
Lord and
the bird is the
Savior?
word.
And the word?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Levistus?
I can't say that I have. I myself am a follower of Selune.
Oh yes, the one in sky. Shame she only sees you once a day. But Levistus embraces you all year round.
Who's
Who
Levis?
is?
Levistus, the one who will protect you from the elements around you. No need for
I would
any
like to make a religion check.
coverings. Sure. No
Need a
need for any
covering?
coverings.
Damn it.
Although we have to, just because of the laws around here, but
I
we
hear ya.
embrace it.
The laws. You embrace it? Now go against the laws.
we embrace the weather.
Take off your clothes. What have you?
Strip.
Only in certain towns is that okay. Please
We're not in a
don't.
town. We're in the mountains. It's all free range.
We understand
Sock
your
internal monologue is
your passion for being free and what the world wants you to be, but we are embracing Levistus and showing our passion for him. I can see that you feel as if you need to cover, and we understand that not everyone has accepted Levistus into their life, but with him you can release these bonds and never feel cold again.
Do you think you could teach these two old people to worship Levistus, because they're freezing cold?
In fact, as you say that, the elderly people get their attention from the words "never be cold again," and they stand up with the blanket between them, and they're shivering, and they shuffle over through the snow, and she says, "Yes, we fear that in our older age, we aren't as warm as we used to be. Everything is too much for us."
What is this man you speak of? This Levistus?
He is not a man. He is the one true god of the ice. He will save you. He will take off your shackles, your requirement for warmth. Tahpa, what are you looking for?
Just to see if he's heard anything about this Levistus fellow, and would this be considered a cult in this universe? Because while he doesn't know much about religion, he does know which ones to stay away from.
Honestly,
Or
yeah,
would
you're
hope
like a
so.
scammer, right? So you know to stay
Yeah.
away from those that are scamming.
Yeah, so that's what he's looking for.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, that's another guy's territory. Gotta stay away from that.
So I'll say, what part of where would have Tahpa been listening to any kind of religious talk or cult talk?
Well,
he attend cathedrals?
Well, sometimes he would probably visit people, either in cathedrals or, how some people will go out to like brunch after worship or something. Like he'd probably meet a couple of people there trying to scam them out of a few bucks. Or like in the case of Nellie, he probably learned a little bit about Salune because he met Nellie at a party like a while ago, but it wasn't like a real meeting, but he probably met other followers there. So just general getting to know people so that he can get a quick buck out of them.
Yeah,
Do you think
sometimes.
too, like people who, like the destitute, the distraught are the easiest targets for cults. So like if you're also preying on those people,
Yeah, like sometimes they're not like maybe the religious people who are like trying to spread a new faith or what have you. They're not in a building because they don't have that establishment yet. So they're probably like pandering to the poorer communities and
Yeah.
the shadier alleys, trying to get people to join their not a
So he's not studying this stuff, but he's like, he knows other religions and
Street
people who are
smarts.
in those religions. Street smarts.
Has anyone seen the movie Life of Brian by the Monty Python group?
yeah.
I have
Okay.
not.
So in the
Oh, you'd get a kick out of it.
it's funny, but you in that movie they have these streets that are filled with just prophets that just shout, you need to be saved, or else you're going to the bad place, and like only through my deity can you be saved, and they draw crowds and whatnot. I'll say that you were like, you know that people are distracted there, so you're like, oh, I can like just easily swindle some people from that, and like desperate people go down there because they're looking for an answer and whatnot. And with that 19 religion roll, I'll say that like in kind of like a babbling, like in the back of your mind, you remember a little bit of the name Levistus. It was on a list of other names grouped in, and it was one of the names of that was associated with the 9 hells.
God damn it, you son of a bitch. I was hoping
The way we all
it
knew
was a
where this was
different
going, but there was
Levistus. You fucker.
there was just a small amount of us that was like, okay,
Yeah,
I
and
can
we-
believe myself for a little bit longer.
Papa's just gonna kind of to himself go, huh, okay. Like, mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tahpa, you don't share this information with anyone else?
I don't know if there's a subtle way for
well,
me to do so.
they're kind of like right there, so I don't know how he would share this information and be sneaky about it right now. Like, he could pull somebody to the side, but, you know, they are right there.
All right, add sending stones to the grocery list for next time.
Right?
Oh my god.
Tahpa, I don't know who is closest to Tahpa, but he'll probably kind of poke at Hiscyra just a little bit and shake his head very slightly. Try not to be noticed by them. Just let him know, like, these guys are not good news.
Do you want to make a persuasion check to try and like get your information to her without speaking?
Yeah,
Like, what's
we'll,
this?
we'll do that.
Okay. And I'll do an insight check to try and... Oh, well, maybe I don't have to.
Well, shoot, you might have almost had to.
Okay, so you kind of like shake your head, like, these are not good folks. And Hiscyra's like kind of looking at you odd and like looking over at them, kind of piecing things together as the disciples of Levistus are like speaking to this elderly couple, and they say, "Throw off your shackles of warmth and embrace the cold. It is what you need to survive this harsh world. And the elderly couple will kind of like nervously look at each other because they're very cold, but they want to not be cold anymore. So they're like very nervously and anxiously like take the blanket off, and like it slips to the ground. And
Wait, hang on. Are you gonna cast a spell on them or something? How are they gonna get warm?
they must accept Levistus into their life. Only then.
So does that
can
mean they have to wear like the metal bikinis, or?
Do you have any extras?
We are going through our penance, so we must wear this for now. But as you put it earlier, they must be as nature intended.
Naked.
Yes.
If
I'm not sure I feel too comfortable facilitating this if I don't understand.
I don't think that's a good idea with their weakened state. Maybe if they were a little bit more healthy, then they'd be able to do this, but I don't think this would be a good idea to do at the moment. Maybe when we get them down, and they can do this.
This, in fact, is the perfect time. Their end is nigh. They know this. They must embrace it now.
no,
The
you just
true
let nature
test.
happen. No true test. No, this is crazy talk. I mean, last I checked, gods don't work this way. Even new ones, or whatever this Levicton is, or whatever
Levistus
Levistus?
has been around
Levistus.
longer than most.
How's that? How can that be? How come he's not been really heard of?
That is why we are spreading the word.
What?
Perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about your god. If
on.
you're spreading the word of him, shouldn't you have that information?
Soch, did you have something to say?
Oh, well, I am debating giving, I guess, the Ring of Warmth. We just have the one Ring of Warmth.
I've got a tiny hut. Like, if we're gonna be here for a while, I can do Lamon's tiny hut.
I mean, we can finally see if Soch will brewmate.
And Soch just passes out. As soon as he takes the ring off, he's like, oh no.
Oh no, he died. No. This is just
He's
what
like-
amphibians do.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Wait, he's not amphibian.
False.
Just honks the fuck out.
Yeah, so Soch's kind of like, let's not, with all this chatter, let's just first try and like make sure they have their options, all right? Like, folks, you don't have to join these sketchy naked people or half naked people, because they're clearly not fully committed. You know, they could be completely naked and they're like, oh, we gotta be patinage, we gotta wear this metal armor, whatever. Or we can just help you and get you back to town lickety split, no problem. It'll be like 5 minutes and you're back in the town where you need to be.
All right, Soch,
Oh, that's
roll
right.
persuasion.
Can I help with that roll in any way? I don't know if I can.
The disciples will say, "Oh, well, if that is your choice, then we cannot force you. Only letting Levistus into your life freely will allow you to no longer be
Oh,
cold.
thank Christ.
But if you do not accept it, we will continue on our journey."
Man, they were really gunning to try and get you to join this thing, right? You see how quickly they just turn tail? Because they know we're onto their bullshit.
Okay, so they kind of like the disciples kind of like look between everyone, kind of seeing what the reaction is. The elderly couple look like they were about to like just jump on this idea of never having to be warm again, like really get in on this. But as they're like very reluctantly like taking off the last little bit of clothing they have, Soch, you make that speech, and they kind of like look at the disciples and then reach down and pick up the blanket again. And
Yeah, get your clothes back on. Pull your trousers back up.
the disciples just like bow their head and we accept your choice, and we wish you will one day meet Levistus in his everlasting glacier. But we will continue on down
Glacier?
the mountain to the next town to spread the word of Levistus.
Only there was
When we
something we
get
could
to-
do to get rid of glaciers. Only.
Fireball!
Your way to create a fireball on the entire world? Is that a thing?
I don't think it's a good idea.
All right.
I mean, the sun is just a really big fireball. If only we could grab it and pull it towards us. I am joking. Please do not do that.
Soch
I
got
don't know
really
what magic
excited.
you guys have. I don't know if you
Got
can.
really
Please do
excited
not try
as you
this.
said it, and then you said, just joking, and his face just like went utter dreams and hopes crushed.
I think that's the reason Tahpa was saying just joking, because they're like, there is somebody here that'll take him serious.
Nellie's like
"Oh."
standing in the corner, like one hand bracing her other elbow while she just pinches her nose, like, oh my god.
Okay, so those people, those half-naked people, they just start walking away, or what?
Yeah. I mean, they turn and continue down the mountain path, accepting that
Wait,
they did not receive extra disciples.
before you go, you just, can you tell us anything about what's up ahead?
For you, only pain of the icy chill of this mountain. That is your choice, and your choice alone.
So confused. They make it sound
Well-
like we're supposed to enjoy the cold, and then they're like, "Oh no, it's gonna suck for you."
I'll just wear my jacket, thank you.
There's no like bandits or trolls or
A
I don't
cabin?
know. Sketchy
Except-
cabins.
Accept the protection
nice
of Levistus, and his icy glacier will protect you.
I don't think that's how
Um,
glaciers work.
Is his glacier on this mountain or is it on a different
They
plane?
are historically slow.
Yeah.
Is it a figurative glacier?
It is a literal glacier.
Honestly, icebergs would be a much better thing to associate with your god. Icebergs are cool.
We do not
Icebergs
choose
are cool.
what Levistus is inside of.
Well, I mean, you just gotta talk to him, I guess. Let him know. Like, he should probably try and rebrand and get into an iceberg instead of a glacier.
Nellie's gonna take like a half step forward and go, I'm sorry, are you saying Levistus lives on this mountain? Or are you saying just he lives in a glacier in general?
He does
Like
not
on
live.
this plane?
He does not live on this mortal plane. He is
Okay.
accepting of those who go to him.
Look, they're being metaphorical. These types
but
of
they
people
said
are always
literal.
metaphorical.
But they
No,
said
they're not
I'm
literal.
gonna turn
No.
to Tahpa and be like, I am these types of people. Not everything is a metaphor.
Do you not speak in metaphors
Okay,
often?
is your god a literal moon, a literal orb in the sky? Like, that's impossible, right? That's silly.
Maggie does not know the answer to that question.
It could be.
So she's gonna roll her eyes and just like be like, okay, and go back and like help everybody get their blankets back on.
I love how these religious people are like starting to argue about their gods, and we're just like, that's bullshit. You should really change that. And then we start arguing.
You should change your branding. You'd get a lot more people if you had a better advertising group.
Yeah. And I just imagine they're just kind of standing there for a minute listening to us just like argue about it. And then they're just like,
Look, if you want to get people into whatever you're doing, you need to ease them into it and then tell them all the benefits.
yeah, you really
spoken
came
like
on
a true
too
con
strong.
artist.
You came on way too strong, like in this situation for these people. I mean, that was
I'm gonna be
Really
like,
gotta-
I don't think we want to help them, guys.
I'm just
Well,
giving
they're not going to take our advice anyway, so...
Yeah.
You can hope that. We get back to town and it's like entirely been converted to Levistus. So.
It's just
Yeah, we help.
iceberg
Like, it is an
in a town.
iceberg.
Ah, shit, we should have done something better.
And everyone is naked. It's an iceberg and everybody's naked.
Everybody's naked. No half-assed shit here. We fully committed.
Well, because if it's the laws of the town that are the problem, you just change the law.
Take over. Yeah, you just change the laws. You take over the governmental system. You take over the town and the village. You know, elect your people into the positions of power and that make those ordinances, and then you have control of the authority and the laws. So you can get rid of the laws that say you have to be clothed. Then you can have everybody worshiping the Victus.
How do you spell this, Alex?
Yeah, how do you spell this?
The Vistus.
Levistus.
I keep saying Levictus.
Me too.
Okay.
The book of
Yes, so-
Levistus.
Leviticus, but without the syllable.
Leviticus. Yes.
Levistus.
Lick.
You call him Levi for short?
Well, Tahpa's going to kind of, while they're leaving, Tahpa's just going to kind of wave at them and say, "Be well on your journey. Good luck." Just turn around and go, no. No.
So could we eat them, or do you think? I mean,
they're probably
if you wanna go
edible,
hunt them
but
down.
I don't really.
I don't know why you'd want to. They probably taste funny.
Honestly, I was kind of like suspicious of the whole metal thing that they were wearing. What you want to bet? They just have like a mage with them casting heat armor on them constantly, and that's how they're handling the cold.
Well,
What's that? I wonder if that what'd you call it? A sensor? Sensor's doing anything for him.
would explain the
God
fog.
damn it.
Yeah, sensors maybe creating like a warming mist or something. That has to be a thing. I'm sure that's a thing.
Anyway, what about our friends here? You're
All
going
right,
to take them
don't
to
worry.
town?
Cold. We really
Put your
should have
phones back
accepted
on.
that. We're very cold.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Sorry. Let me go cast a spell real quick. It'll just be 1 minute. Hold on. I will cast Windwalk on these folks and us, I guess, so we can escort them back to town. Because I don't know if
Well,
Oh,
are
was
we
it
all
up-
going, or are we waiting here while you drop
oh, we
them
can
off?
all go because it's up to 10. So
Oh, damn. Okay.
yeah.
And then we can ask around about Levistus.
Yeah.
Warn them
what
about
town were you guys-
Levistus.
Get information, find out from them what town we're headed and which direction we need to go from in that sense. Folks, we are preparing to be turned into clouds, and you're not going to feel the cold anymore. It's going to be great. You're going to be able to fly, and we're going to fly up as a group. It'll just be 1 minute. But yeah, find out where we need to head, which direction.
Please
Yeah.
keep all hands and feet inside of the cloud at all times.
What? Where did you say you wanted to go?
Oh, should we go to the other side? Because they wanted to visit family?
Yes, we wanted to
This
go
is a
to
chicken joke.
Ormath.
Ormath. Okay. That's across the river, and then looks like on the other side of another set of mountains.
Should be able to make it in 8 hours.
It's like a third of the distance of the last trip we took, so...
Oh, yeah. We'll get there in no time then.
Hopefully this is what our DM wants.
If we do this, you know that you'll skip some encounters, right?
Yes, it's fine.
Skip
As long
dialogue.
as we made sure those scammers didn't get you.
We can look as we're passing through and be like, oh, look, a group of wolves that were gonna fight us.
Oh, look! Weird, there's 2 dragons there hanging out. Oh,
damn.
Can we turn around?
I was kind of worried that maybe the glacier here on this mountain might be a portal of some kind to Levistus's glacier, because they kept saying glacial. So...
I thought they were saying glacier. And they said it was a literal glacier?
Well, it
That's
seems
what
like
their
their thing
goggles?
is all about coldness, so I do believe it was just metaphorical. I think we'll be fine.
Then why did they say literal? That's not what literal means.
they did say literal.
They probably believe it's literal.
Yeah, well, that's okay. All right. Okay, we know which direction we're headed, where we're headed. Folks, you'll be turning to clouds. Stay in the group, and it'll be great. When we, as a clouds, start descending, you will want to descend as well, and we will gently float to the ground when we reach our destination. There you have it. And Soch cast the spell after a minute.
Okay. So you puff
fire.
into gaseous forms. And just like takes the elderly couple a couple minutes to like get used to being a gaseous form, because they're not really used to magic. But yeah, they follow you across up and over the mountains, and as you're zooming by, you see a dragon like sitting there on the
Damn it! Son of a...
on the mountaintop.
I like how,
just
like, not even 2 hours ago, I was like, oh, I bet Alex is going to give us an actual dragon. That just feels like the kind of thing he's going to do because he's mentioning fossils.
Yeah, just
Was
like
that the
looking
actual
down
plan?
Well, can come
at
back,
the west
right?
side of the mountains and like waiting. Looks like it's waiting for something, but you can't be bothered. So
Shit.
We gotta hold on. We gotta help these poor NPCs get to their. We gotta handle this side quest. Give us a minute. We'll be back, please.
Son of a bitch.
It's about the journey.
you see it shrug and then like start flying away.
No!
I guess they're not coming.
Damn it.
Leviticus, no!
Soch's cloud starts to rain.
Aww.
Pissing himself.
I know this is supposedly the right thing, but it feels so wrong. We should have just ate them.
We should have just eaten them. Okay, so you fly very quickly to Orbath. And
So overpowered.
But I can't cast it anymore for the rest of the day, folks. So
DM, you need to ban this move.
oh, there's a frog here.
Oh, I have no complaints. It's just mind-boggling.
Is that a burrito frog?
It looks like
Is it wrapped in tinfoil or or
it-
blanket?
frog.
this was art from a previous encounter.
Like a wolf thing.
I love him.
He's a chill little guy.
Hey, Soch, we found you a snack. And it's already wrapped in foil.
Oh my god.
Think that dragon's still there? You think we could go find him again?
I think he flew off. I'm so sorry.
And we just learned so much about dragons on the boat ride.
Never seen a real dragon? Like a real
Well, now you
one?
have.
Oh, but we could have talked to him and, like, hung out or something.
He was probably a follower of Leviticus, whatever it is. This says.
Oh, a dragon doesn't do that. Follower of Levi.
Actually, if you want Soch to have like a little bit, do you have something that gives you advantage on knowledge checks with dragons?
Draconic lore. Starting at second level, you can speak, read, and write Draconic. Additionally, whenever you make an intelligence history check related to Draconic history or lore, you can add your proficiency bonus to the check. If you're already proficient in the history skill, which I am, you can double your proficiency bonus to the check instead. That's the thing that I have.
Sure, roll
I
history.
just heard Shalina from her room go, "Nice."
Okay. What am I rolling? I get to roll
history, and then we'll add
History.
5.
Okay. 22 plus 5, so that's 27.
Okay. We'll say that as you were passing over the dragon, and as it was like looking down, it looked like a really big dragon, and it was dark in color, and it looked like a black dragon, but it also was like shimmering with gold between its scales.
What?
But
So
other than that,
fucking
you can't
cool.
really determine what kind of dragon it was. Just like
Oh, man.
black with gold.
That's like my favorite kind. I've never seen him before, but here's my favorite.
Well,
Hope
maybe
these old people are happy.
and maybe
Dang it.
it will save its encounter for you later.
Yes,
Sure
please.
hope so.
Yeah, I hope these old
Please.
people are grateful.
Mhm.
Here's your
Uh,
stupid
Look,
city.
I know we're a roleplay heavy group, but come on.
All right, so you get to Ormath, and like you kind of settle down, and you show the elderly couple how to safely turn back into yourself, and they like get down and like, oh, we're not cold anymore. It's so much warmer. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm awfully sorry we couldn't recover any of your stolen possessions. I hope your family can take care of you here.
Oh, well, I think this will be the last time we come here, and we'll just stay here with them. We don't have anything else. I mean, everything was stolen.
Well, man.
Rip. Are those skyscrapers?
On the very, very
Uh,
back.
Not that you know.
No, that was not in.
No, that's the smog from the factories.
Ah, okay. Industrialization.
Yes, it's from the child workers.
Yeah, where you send the children when they get of age of 8.
They yearn for the mines.
When you send them
Yes.
to quote unquote school. Old people are like, we don't have stuff, it's fine. Soch's gonna be like, he's a little bummed about the dragon, but he knows hopefully Hiscyra's proud of him for not eating these people. And so he's gonna be like, well, I don't know if it's worth anything, but here's this, and he'll hand them 5 platinum coins. And he'll be like, I hope that helps you, with your
my.
Papa's eyes are
Nice.
bugging out.
Oh no!
It's so
Everyone in the
much.
group is like twitching violently.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I'm sorry it's not enough, but I hope it'll at least get you a good meal.
Well, you just confirmed Tahpa's hunch that you're a good target.
Just have to make up some
dollar
sob
signs
story.
in Tahpa's eyes.
Soch inherited this money, and he's like, he doesn't really quite understand money, so he knows we hand these shiny coins to people, and it
Makes
gives
them
you food.
happy.
Yeah, you get food if you give people money, if you give people these coins. And he's like, well, I hope this will get you a meal or two, so, hope you have a good sleep and a good eat.
Thank you, yes.
Tahpa's gonna
Once they're
stop
out
them
of
for a sec.
earshot. Oh, sorry.
No, Tahpa's just gonna stop them before they leave, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, friends, the guide you hired, do you happen to remember their name or what they look like?"
It was some. I mean, they probably gave some sort of fake name, but they said their name was Walhake.
Well, hey, all right, and he's like pulling out a little notebook.
Walhake? How do you... Walhake. That's a crazy name.
It sounds like hike.
And do you remember anything about their appearance, like hair color or skin color, just anything?
Well, my memory isn't quite what it used to be, but they looked just like very similar to the people who sold us the mountain gear on the other side.
Ah, okay. Thank you for the information. He's gonna snap the notebook and close. He's like, I hope you guys have a wonderful journey to your family and just have a good time. I hope they're very happy to see you.
We are very happy to be here so quickly. It would have taken us so long. Thank you once more.
And if you have nothing else to say to them, they will like turn into town and just chatter to each other while holding the coins in their hand, like very excited to have this last bit of wealth. So yeah, you are
You do
in
good.
Ormath.
I'm gonna turn to Sarah and be like, does Soch know how much that is?
Well, yeah, he did purchase some items while we were in Calimport. So he should know some value of currency, but that's all far I know.
Okay.
I only gave them 5 coins. Not a lot.
Just silver coins.
Okay.
Yeah, some stuff, it's like, when it costs like 100 coins, I know that's a lot.
Nellie's just gonna nod and kind of dazedly walk away.
Was this where we were supposed to be? This town, or did we...
What do you? Yeah,
I mean, it's on the way to Assam, which is what our
Okay,
ultimate
great.
goal was.
It's not like we went backwards or... Okay.
Yeah, no.
So do you do anything while you're in Ormath, or do you want to head north to Assam?
I mean, what is there to do?
I would like to research. I would like to find some place where I might be able to read something about Levistus if potentially available, but I don't know that Ormath is a big enough town for me to do that.
Is there a library?
You can make a history check to try and get information from the religions here.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
There's that sage background, baby!
So you don't find a church of Levistus here,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't really find that kind of thing. Are you outright asking people, hey, who is Levistus,
well,
kind of thing? Or are you going to their?
No, if I found a church of Temple of Selene, I might be like, hey, I encountered some people. I might ask them. Be like, hey, I encountered some people. It sketched me out a little bit. Have you heard anything about this? But otherwise, I'm just gonna like try and look up things about glaciers and glacier gods, and if I come across anything.
Okay, yeah. Well, you got critical success, so as you're going around like trying to find different libraries for your religious studies, and it's really hard to find this name for some reason, but then you like ask people and they look appalled when you ask, and you tell them that there are followers of this person, and it's just like, oh my god, really? You saw people who were followers of the Levistus? And you find out that he is an archdevil on the 5th level of hell, and he betrayed a lot of his own people, and his punishment was to be sealed in a glacier on the 5th level of hell that is the only level that is pure ice. The others are hot, like scorching hot. This one is just frigid cold.
So it's a literal glacier.
Yes.
Everyone's like, when I relay this information eventually to the rest of the party, I will look at Top and be like, I fucking told you. Or wait, I have to do it in Nellie's voice. I fucking told you.
I knew he was bad news. I just probably should have paid more attention.
Oh, was that everything? Was that he snarched level 5th level hill, betrayed his people?
I mean, there's a ton of information. But I mean, from this you can figure out that he's hated by the other archdevils because he's a backstabber and betrayer. So he's not trusted, which among the archdevils is like the biggest fuck you. And thus throwing him in his own prison and ruling over the ice, the only not scorching hot level of hell. There's a bit of strife down there.
Just a bit. Just a tiny bit.
Just a bit.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, so do not trust those people. Not that we already did, so good on us. We did a good job not letting them take the elderly.
Did we? We did good?
Yes, we did good.
I think so.
And I think we would have done better if we had probably, I don't know, warned the town, but we're not going to be able to do that, so we'll just warn people when we see them, I guess.
Yeah. I hope we made them feel bad, and maybe made them second guess how they're approaching people. Maybe that'll slow them down.
Oh, I think it's hard for you to make people feel bad.
What?
What the hell?
What do you mean?
You're somehow too nice.
What? I'm very pragmatic. If that is what you call being nice.
Sure, buddy.
I think there are, I just think that there's like a lot of people that are not very sincere. So when you are so sincere all the time, people aren't used to that. I think that's all.
Is that good?
It's not bad. I think it's just a
Soch will look
character
to
trait.
Hiscyra. Yeah, Soch will look to Hiscyra for like being sincere is a good thing.
It
And see
helps future endeavors. When you are nice to someone, they feel as if they should be nice to you. And build friendships through this. I mean, we spent some time together in the temple. We got you out, and you feel like you want to do nice things with me, don't you?
Nice. That's a weird word. I thought I was just helping you survive and you were helping me survive. Is that... if that's what you call nice, I guess. It is good to be able to survive together.
Yes, that is a form of kindness. I mean, it's the very basics of survival, but it is a start.
So like when you help me, like if I'm hurt or we're in a fight and I need help and you help me, that's being nice?
I mean, if I'm also hurt and I choose to help you first, that is kindness. And you being healed in that sense, you feel as if you need to repay that kindness, don't you?
Yes. Like,
So yes.
you are a good ally, and therefore I should keep you alive, because it is good to have you around.
Well, thank you, Soch. It is very good to have you around as well.
He just keeps repeating the word kind of quietly to himself.
That's adorable.
Well, should we continue on our journey or get supplies? Do we need supplies? I feel like
we
we
haven't
just
used
got
any
some.
supplies.
Yeah,
We just jumped over the mountain.
it's very weird for me. I travel a lot, so it's very weird for me to come into a town, and not need to grab supplies.
Well,
I mean,
Assam is only 2 days' journey if we walk.
Yeah, we can get some lunch and then continue.
okay. It's not cold anymore, right?
No, it's like
No.
pretty warm.
And
It's
and
summer.
the rest of the path is no longer going to be cold?
Not that we know. We can't see the future, but
the next part of the path. But who knows where we'll go after that?
All right. Sock's going to take off the ring of warmth and pocket it, put it in his bag of holding. And
Yes. Yeah, Tahpa was gonna take off his overcoat and everything and put it in his bag.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
take off all these
We're just like
layers.
stripping outside of town.
Well, it's like
Miles.
it's overclothing. It's overclothing. You're not like we're not the followers of the strippers committee, okay?
But the fact that we're so far from them. Oh no, I guess we're not, because they're the okay.
In the distance, right? The mountains.
There's another set of mountains closer. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
there's some hills and a little bit of mountains. Nothing as tall as the snowflake.
Oh, I have a sensor? Oh, sorry, I'm actually reading what I have.
Oh, sorry. This is the
Wow.
first time I'm ever reading my character sheet.
I am so focused on
about
like
reading our character sheet.
no, because I was so focused on like my spells and like the traits that I have and like channel divinity and like spells are confusing to me. So, I completely forgot.
Honestly, this is the most simple character sheet I've had, and I know that I'm missing some things just because I haven't bothered to add them, so...
Oh, I'm sure I feel like something on my character sheet's wrong, so...
I know what they
Okay.
are. I just haven't added them to my items list.
All right. Well, I think it's a good idea that we get some food and anything else we need. Oh, we should probably be trying to look for that one item for Hiscyra, right? The one that hides her whereabouts.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Oh yes, that's a good idea.
The device of non-detecting or something. I
Should
have a
we do
scroll
food
of
first, or
non-detection, but yeah, let's do food first. Go to
Yeah, so you just go to a local tavern. It's the Mighty Toad.
The Mighty Toad.
And for lunch, you have some charred ram with grapes and rhubarb.
I'm just picturing Soch and Tahpa like casually like offloading onto each other's plates.
You take all the rhubarb and the grapes. Give me all the ram.
Yes, here you go.
Yeah.
Thank
We're
you.
just like just putting each other's stuff. I was like, this is working out great. It is lovely that we'll eat the not meats.
You're
Just point at something and be like, "Oh, are you going to eat that?" Oh, thank you.
you're sitting around the table and like the server drops off your food and you both look down at it and you're like disappointed because Sock got the veggies and Tahpa got the meat, and you look at each other and like nod and swap your plates.
Solidarity. That's not how you say that.
It worked though. It felt on brand.
I know somebody's still getting a tip because it doesn't matter if they make a simple mistake like that.
Oh yes, you should
Ayo.
always tip.
Always.
Solidarity.
One silver coin, a
forever.
platinum.
Give them one coin. Sometimes it's silver.
Tahpa's gonna
sometimes
like
it's yellow.
grab it and go, no.
Oh.
Smaller.
Smaller. Oh, like this one, and he pulls out a gold coin. Smaller?
That's better. They're gonna look at Hiscyra like, help.
Hiscyra will say, it's okay, Sock, I've got this one. She'll take out a couple silver, like 10.
And silver.
I just sneezed so violently that my glasses almost fell off my face.
Bless you.
Ow.
Papa does his coin disappearing trick.
With
the platinum coin.
Upon you and keep your soul inside.
I want to like pull out of a piece of parchment and be like, and like just like be like 1, and then like, is there like a stamp on these coins? Like 1 of these equals 5 of these.
Oh yeah. Oh, so like if he wants, because Sock has a bunch of art supplies for some reason. Don't know why. It's in this bag of holding. But you could do like rubbings of the
That's
coins on the
fantastic.
paper
Yes.
and then label them. And Sock was like, oh, good. Notes. Okay, so this and the symbol represents the coin's value. Is that right?
Yeah, so each of these is made with a different metal, and those
Okay.
metals are different value. So the symbol is just so that if you don't recognize the metal, you know which one is which.
I see. And so which one's usually the more appropriate one to give out? Do you give out the higher valued coin or do you give out the lower valued coin?
I think it sort of depends on where you're at. Like if you were trying to make a deal with someone who's like a ruler or something like that, you probably do want to use the higher value coin. But it makes more sense when we're just in town to use like multiples of the smaller coins.
See. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the information. Hold that piece of paper up and he doesn't have pockets. That. I was gonna say he shoves it in his mouth, but yeah, he's gonna kind of try and like tuck it under somewhere. Some people closing, so we can just keep referencing it. What do we need to roll to look for that magic item?
Yeah.
This. I mean, you can. It's fine. You don't need to roll, but you do scour this town, and it seems like this town is probably too small to have that kind of magic item.
Okay.
Good thing we're moving so fast that any pursuers are going to have a hard time.
I mean, but what if they find a person that can also do windwalk? Oh, right. That reminds me. I needed to go touch a tree.
Go out and touch tree.
Yep. Sleight of hand?
Are you robbing this?
Are you... Is this a sticker?
You were already robbed. You didn't notice? I noticed.
You know, you can hit the 2GM button on your character sheet.
I know. I was supposed to.
Well, no one
Just pretend
notices,
I did that, guys.
What was you stealing from?
Have you just been like stealing this whole time?
Okay, I will say that I have not.
Guarantee.
I promise that I have not. I promise you, as me, the person playing the character. Okay.
Can I roll inside?
No, because you don't notice.
How are you gonna roll insight on an RL like a real life?
I don't know. The way your
That would be
voice is
metagaming.
trembling.
Metagaming.
Look me in the eyes. Tell me you didn't do it.
Yeah,
I
go
can't
buy
see
a
your screen.
webcam, turn it off.
Send me a picture of your eyes and then tell me.
If you're
you
using a
didn't do it.
webcam right now in the thing, I cannot see it.
None of us are.
How bizarre.
Soch, there aren't a whole lot of trees in town, but you do notice that, like, to the northwest, there's like a area where there is a lot of trees. So,
good.
if you wanted to head out that way, you can on your way north.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get your meat and veg, and Soch will lead the way out of town to the north to find a tree and touch tree. But yeah, you head up north, and as you like go out of town, you notice that this area isn't it looks like there was a road here at one point, but it looks like the road is kind of faded and a lot of overgrown, like, grass, and the dirt that was packed down kind of like seems to have washed away, as this path doesn't seem as well traveled anymore.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing we don't have a cart.
Yeah.
That's pretty. What the fuck?
Windows Vista.
Oh, fuck you. Ruiner.
Aw.
What was this from?
Land shark.
Okay. Cool. He looks like he's in pain.
Kill me.
Like a golem.
And his eyes kind of look like a kid's first attempt at trying boobs.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
sharks look weird. You ever
I'm
seen it?
zoomed all the way out.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see that now. Yeah, I think it was originally supposed to be like a hammerhead shark.
No, that's what I figured, but I'm kind of, it's entertaining and horrifying.
Yeah,
in like the
I
best
think
way.
that was the biggest thing. It's supposed to be spooky, scary.
Amazing.
So you head north on this
Sorry.
road that was once like, it looks like it had been traveled on a lot, but it seems like it really hasn't been like walked on for a while. And Hiscyra's just kind of like in her own place. She, if one of you were to look at her, she seems kind of happier right now.
Aww.
She seems like she's glowing a little bit with just like excitement for seeing her friend that she hasn't seen in a while.
Nice.
Friend?
Yeah.
Oh, because we're meeting someone. Okay, got it. Yeah,
yeah.
no, okay.
She mentioned, I would like to go to Assam to see someone I haven't seen in a very long time.
Oh, I loved that jump cut flashback. That was really good.
Yeah.
Remember that time when she said that? Okay, so, is there anything you want to do on your journey northward? Cool. So you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just making sure if there's something you wanted to take care of before you get there.
I think we got a wind walk.
I mean, maybe I should change what I have prepped, but that's more of a me thing.
I don't think it's been a day yet.
It has not.
Okay. I didn't remember if we stayed the night in the town or not. Okay.
So you are heading north, and it does take a couple days, so you can change your spells how you need them. And it's pretty much mostly flat. There are some like hills, like this is displaying in the distance to the northwest, and to the east there are mountain ranges, but it's going to take a while to get there. But you have like two long rests on your journey northward. And on the final leg of the journey, you've noticed that you haven't seen anyone in this time. No travelers have been coming up to or from Ormath or Assam. And it's been a little bit lonely. Like when you were traveling before, you traveled on the boat and you did see some people, and you were traveling with traders who were transferring goods up the river, so it's been kind of quiet as you're traveling north. And on the final leg, as you're walking, you start to notice that the road sort of disappears. Like there was dirt before, but now it's just like mostly grass. So it kind of ends, but fades instead of just a dead stop. And Hiscyra's kind of like confused. If you're kind of like talking to her, she seems like that joy that she was feeling when you left Ormath is kind of hesitant now. She seems worried about something.
Everything all right?
I sure hope so. I know that there was a road here. But it's been a long time. It's been a couple decades since I've been up here. So I don't know what was different.
Do you feel like we're not heading in the right direction anymore? Or...
But can I see the map?
Yeah. I don't have it, but anyone have the map?
I would presume I have a map.
Yeah. And
Okay.
she'll like take it out and like look at it, just kind of pointing. Yeah, there should be a road here. We haven't seen anyone either. This is the only supply route to Assam.
Is there Is there like a words? Can I roll like perception or something similar to see like how long it seems like it's been since this road like started fading out? Like if it seems like it's been more than a couple decades, like is this like a rapid degradation, or is it like, oh yeah, no, it's just been like a couple decades worth of wear and tear, of not unuse?
You can roll a nature.
Nature? Okay. Well, that's not the best, so let's see how it goes. Not very well. I'm like, that's weird.
Nellie did not take an
That's
environmental course.
Nellie likes her books, and the closest she gets to nature is her halfling pipeweed.
That's the grass she touches.
How often is Nellie doing that? Why does Nellie always smell like a skunk?
Yeah, I was in Lord of the Rings
It's
though, like the
because
halfling
Nellie
pipeweed
likes
is-
to have a quote unquote good time.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
I
hey.
not that.
But Hiscyra just it'll be fine. We'll get there, and I'll ask my friend about it. He'll know what's going on. But yes, quickly, let's head up there.
And you feel that we're in the right direction, headed the right way.
I mean, the road was on the way here, but there's no road. As long as we keep going north, we'll get there. We'll see it. Not too long now. And you notice her pace is a little bit more quick. Like she's trying to rest her feelings, assure herself. And so you continue on, and as you're walking, it's what is everyone's passive nature?
Fucking hell. 13? Because you said it's like
14.
it's that plus 10, right? Yeah.
It's the
Passive
number.
nature. 12. You'd think the capybara would have more.
Right?
Capybara, capybara,
Capybara, capybara, capybara, capybara.
You
capybara.
finished dealing.
Whiskey would only. Whiskey
Too
would
busy in
only
the
roll if you have
concrete jungle.
proficiency.
Keep your eyes off our pockets.
So the highest was 14.
That's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 13, so.
You are? Get out of here.
Okay, so you're
I should have.
going out, and Soch, you kind of notice that a lot of the grass is like the grass overtook the road, and it was very long and not trampled down. So it was like free to be doing whatever it wants. So as you're walking, Soch, you notice that a lot of the grass is like very short as you get northward, and like there are patches where it looks like it's trying to get longer, but it doesn't get past like half a foot tall.
Like it's not able to grow longer?
Yeah, like it's a lot shorter. Like it was overgrown, and the plains just had a lot of wild grass. And here, as you go north, it's just like very short, only a couple inches.
Oh my
Is
god,
it like
somebody
it's being
mowed it.
cut?
You
Crop
can't
circle.
tell.
I can't tell. Yeah, I was just curious.
Is this
Well,
a is this a
Cut off?
golf club?
Ew.
Mm, interesting.
but yeah, you continue onward, and you have like half a day's journey left, and you can start to see town just like on the edge of the horizon. It's getting pretty close now. You could probably make it before sunset. And with that, Hiscyra just like kind of perks up. It's like, yes, we're almost there. It'll be wonderful. It'll be great to see
My
you.
immediate distrust in you.
It'll be great to see Rasa again.
What's her name?
She said Rasa. Actually, it's two A's at the end. Rasa. Yeah. Rasa. From Assam.
From Rasa.
So yeah, you continue, like, she kind of like slows her pace a little bit, reassured that things are good as you see the town, and you're making your way in, and you get closer, and you kind of see that like a lot of the buildings are kind of run down, like not collapsed or ruins, but just not good upkeep. So it's just like worn down but not falling over kind of thing. And you don't see a lot of people as you get closer to the town. You do see an occasional person like walking with a basket of some vegetables going in. But as you get closer, you see this lovely bit of art.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
In this day and age?
And a cheese wheel. And a bucket.
Oh my goodness.
And
Guys.
pieces, I guess.
I think I know what the toilet paper is for. Is anybody here lactose intolerant?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's what it's here for. You can tell that this map was last seen during COVID times.
Oh, what's this over here?
People. Faces.
And so you get into town, and Hiscyra like is frantically looking around, like her worries have returned, and she's kind of like looking around, and the people you see just walking around just kind of like very slow, and you can notice that they're kind of raggedy. Their clothing isn't really well kept that well. They move very slowly, as if they don't really have a place they need to be. And it seems kind of gloomy.
I don't know what. What is this? Every now and then there's like a recorder that's kind of off tune.
But yeah, so Sarah's like searching, like looking around, and she's just like, okay, well, I need to go find someone. I'm gonna be fast. And she's gonna send Aline, her dragon, to like go off in a different direction, and she's gonna start just like bolting around the town.
Hold on, wait. We should probably cast this scroll of non-detection.
She's gone. So you kind of left in this town that's like kind of shabby, and it's very quiet. You don't hear the sound of like a market coming from the center of town. You don't hear like people shouting with like trying to buy stuff. It's the people you see are just like kind of holding the bare minimum. Like someone's carrying like a couple logs and like throwing him in the pile and then like going out and search for more stuff. You see like people carrying baskets of flowers that like just handing them out to people, and one of them comes up to you and hands you like this very small like yellow wildflower. You've seen all these kind of wildflowers just like everywhere, but just handing you just like this flower, and she says, "Hello, welcome to Assam. Hope you enjoy your stay."
What happened here? Like, I thought this was supposed to be a big town.
Not anymore.
What
And
happened?
then she just like turns away as you ask what happened, and like starts walking around town giving flowers to other people.
Is there like a notice board or something? Or that's not something they want to waste paper on? Probably, but...
People can roll investigation.
Okay.
You're kind of like looking around trying to find some sort of information giving source. And as you go into town, you just see a lot more of these like macabre people. Just quiet, not saying much. They occasionally talk to each other, but it's very brief and quiet. You're looking around town and everything's just like run down, like as if people didn't really care about keeping this town polished and nice to look at. You see like doors that are hanging on hinges and window panes that are just lying on the ground next to the house. It's just very kind of a sad sight. And you turn a corner and you see the worst. You see a house that is just like barely hanging on. It looks like there was a fire here at one point, and it hasn't been repaired. It's just like kept in that state. And in front of that house, you see Hiscyra and her pseudo dragon Aline, and they are she's on her knees, head down, hands in her lap, just kind of like looking like she's trying to hold back tears.
I'll walk up, and if she doesn't flinch, like, put a hand on her shoulder.
She'll put her hand on your hand as a sign of comfort.
Soch will come onto the other side and do that.
I don't know where he is. I need to find... Okay. I need to find someone else. They should be here, but maybe they're out.
Well, I'm sure we'll find them. Maybe somebody knows?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some other people here that would have some information. Who do we? You know,
And
who we're
Perhaps
looking for?
maybe a neighbor?
Yeah.
As you're kind of like discussing this, you hear the sounds of footsteps inside the charred house. And out emerges this woman, this young woman. Can't really tell her age, but she looks like she is very badly disfigured. Her face is just covered in scars. Her hair looks like it's grown through the singe. but it looks like this woman was in a very bad fire accident. And she looks at you all in the doorway of this ruined house, and just like stares.
Sarah, do you know who that is?
Hiscyra will like wipe something away from her eyes and look up and I don't believe so. Excuse me, did you live here? And the woman shakes her head. Did you know who lived here previously? And she nods her head. And Sarah will say, "Okay, I'm looking for someone. His name is Rasa. It's been a while. It's been a long time, but did you know him in your time?" And the woman will nod. Okay, this would be very much helpful if you could tell me where he is. I would very much like to find him. And the woman is just covered in these rags. It looks like the clothing was at one point on fire and doused. It looks like this is just like rags. And she'll turn to the doorway and grab something, and she will pull out a piece of parchment and a quill and begin to write on the quill or on the parchment, and she'll turn it around and she will show you what she has written. And I'm going to write this on the game screen, so it's more
Get rid of
immersive.
the toilet paper.
Well, let's put
So
the
it's more
toilet paper
immersive.
Here, I'll
inside.
just push it into the. I'll just put it into the corner.
It's fine. Yeah, it's a good symbol.
We'll TP that house.
Okay, so why isn't it so small? She
TPing
writes,
people's houses now means prosperity upon ye.
there.
Yeah, I think we got that.
And then she waves the quill, the feathered end over it, and you see the text disappear.
Wow,
Well, that's handy.
Soft clap.
I'm so terribly sorry about your home. We are looking for somebody, and look at Hiscyra again.
Yes, I do appreciate your,
This was the last gift put.
you say you live here. There was someone, a little girl when I was last here. Are you Ilrana? And this is weird.
What is
Yeah, now you have to have a conversation with yourself, but
Yes,
if one of you is
text.
silent.
One of us
It's two
mute.
puppets.
Eliana, what do you mean by gift? What's that?
Rasa,
How?
Rasa.
It's Rasao. Rasao.
Rasa. How?
How? What is how?
How do we do what?
Rasahao.
When I was a little girl.
Okay. And do you know where they are?
The phoenix came and booked the town.
Do you know where? And who is this phoenix? I mean, it's a horrible tragedy that all this happened, but I would like to know. And I'm sorry, this is very overwhelming for me.
Yes, okay.
Where is?
Sorry.
Where is your mother? Like, she was here when I last was here.
Where's your mama?
Who is your daddy? The
Phoenix
birds.
burned us all. Why? Why would
I'm
a
so
Phoenix
sorry.
do that? God, is that the Phoenix right there? It's like a chicken.
A phoenix is like a burnt chicken, but it comes back after being burnt. It is the
That sounds-
ethereal burnt chicken.
Sounds complicated. Mother survived but did everything she could to save me. She didn't last many years. Oh, that is. I'm sorry for your loss.
You mentioned a gift. Is that something that was common? Or
What was the
what was
gift?
that about? Are you saying? I think you said the house was a gift, and it was the last gift. Is that what I remember?
Or is it the quill?
Or was the yeah? And gift from who? I think is part of what we're wondering.
How come you don't have food? Why can't you go and farm?
That's very kind of your community. I'm glad that they were able to support you in this way.
How long ago was this Phoenix attack?
Nothing along the river?
23 years
20
ago.
years ago.
You have plenty of time to
Shit,
be
dude.
growing farm and crops. Or why not just, I guess, leave? Go to a different town.
Just make sure. Ileana, dear, when you say phoenix, you do mean a literal phoenix, right? That's not the name for someone powerful?
Is it an actual Phoenix, or is it like a person, like a humanoid that's named Phoenix, like a drug lord or a mafia person?
He is.
Is he
He couldn't. What the fuck?
Does he have a beak or does he have a face that looks similar to mine?
What the fuck, Alex? Killed him and took his body.
His body. So they took Rasau? Rasau's body. They killed Rasau and took his body. But why?
I'm gonna squeeze Hiscyra's shoulder again, just in comfort. So it's a humanoid. It's not a.
Oh, like a creature
Okay.
or a dragon.
Okay. And there's no way to get.
Seems like there's
Your
no way
road to the south is blocked. You said, or it was
Destroyed.
It's for defiance.
But why? Why is the Phoenix coming and punishing you? What did you do to the Phoenix? Like, why is he doing this? His name.
Oh, I always forget that. Yeah.
How long has it been? His name is Gardos.
So it's not the Phoenix. It's Garros.
Oh, when she says Garos, you see, or you hear Hiscyra take a breath.
Garros values.
And with that, Hiscyra will get up and Nellie and Soch, since you were comforting her, you feel her tremble with that, and she will walk away from that.
Does Soch know that name?
Um,
Sarah, I guess Soch knows a little bit about Hiscyra, but I don't know. He wasn't there again, so.
Gardos knew about the children. Knew what about the children? The fact that
What
you were
children?
helping them, or was there something special about the children?
and when Nellie, you say the children, Hiscyra will turn back around and look at the parchment that was written, and will very quickly go to Ilirana, and you can see that she is very frantic right now, and she will grab onto an arm, Ilirana's arm, and she will say, "Please, tell me they're okay. Tell me they're fine." Oh my god, thank you. Oh, thank Mishkal.
Hold on, who are these children, Hiscyra? Why are they?
Okay.
Do you know them?
Okay, I was hoping Hassan would be here to have this conversation. But it looks like he is no longer here. I don't know what he would have done with my. Oh my god. Okay. I need some air, please. And she'll step back. Garros Valus is my husband. Rahasau was, I suppose, my lover. There's a lot to unpack right now, but I was married to Garos, through, ownership. They wanted to bond different families together, and so it was an arranged marriage. I mean, he was very nice at the time, very handsome, but I was young, and I was just in it at that point. And so we had our marriage, and we are just married for the sake of political gain. But Garos didn't want to have children. He thought that it was a sign of weakness. He wanted to live forever, and he had something that he could do that with, although he never talked about it. Whenever I asked him about children, he'd be very dismissive, and that would be the end of it. But I very much wanted to have someone to hold. Garos and I barely were together. We had different rooms. And Rasa, he was there for me. Garos had his passion, and it was wonderful at the time, but I needed something more. Something to keep my life level. And I was with Rahasau. Garos wouldn't care. He'd be doing his own thing, and I'd go on my away trips, my vacations away from Shamf. And one thing led to another, and I became pregnant. And I hid this from Garos. I very much would like to thank my seamstress for being able to get clothing that really didn't show off when I started to show. And so when the time came, I fled here. Rahasound said that he knew people, and we come and talk to Ilriana and her mother, Ristala. And Rasau said we could trust these people, and very reluctantly I allowed them to be here. I love them so much, but I knew I could not be around them in Shamf. And so I allowed Ristala and her daughter of underage, very young, to take care of. And Rahasa was here too. I knew they'd be safe. But I went back to Shamf, to Garos, and I never saw them again. My children.
Are you saying you had multiple children?
Yes, they were twins.
How long ago was that?
Like I said, I haven't been here in 2 decades.
20 years. But the Phoenix attacked here like 23 years ago?
I mean, I was generalizing 23 years exactly, I guess. Maybe a little off. I don't know how he could have found out.
Did you ever come back here? Like to visit them or talk to them, send them letters?
I sent letters, and I did not receive a reply. I mean, I don't know. I thought Rahasau would keep them safe, but something happened. Garos, according to this, found out and killed Rahasau, took his body, and it looks like he very badly burned Eliana. This is a lot all at once. I'm sorry. I haven't been completely honest with you. I thought I would be here. I thought Rahasau would be here, and we could talk about it. I thought my children would be here, and I could see them again. I've been wanting to come here ever since we left Shamf, but it just seems so much more important to travel with the tits on this journey. And now that Ash is no longer with us, I'm sorry. And she turns away as she starts to tear up.
How long has it been since you were... So it's been 23 years, approximately, since you were last here. But how long has it been since you were last in the same town as Garos?
Oh, it's only been a few months.
Okay.
We were to give away the rewards for the tournament. That's where I met the group.
Right.
Aja and Loki won first and second place in the tournament. But I had to give Loki the artifact for their search. Garos was very interested in collecting these things.
Of course. Okay. I'm really sorry to hear about this for you, Hiscyra. I can only imagine the stress you're under right now.
Hey, Ilriana, can I ask you a question? You said the children are safe. Do you know when you last talked to them? Or do you still have an idea of where they are? Like, can we go and get the children? We're too young to speak. Like, alright. Toddlers, maybe? Or babies? Infants? Oh, okay, well...
Who did you send them away with? With who?
Howard Elturel. That's a weird name. So that's who you sent. Okay, so you sent them with. Elturel's a city. Oh, jeez, I do have egg on my face. Oh God, I swear I am educated. I just thought it was a name. Sorry. Oh, jeez.
It's all right, Soch. I also thought it was a name. You did.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know who you sent them with?
Yeah, that was gonna be my question.
Well, it's been 20 years.
Silas Dalov. Alright. Oh shit, why are you shitting? No, it's fine. It's Elturel. It's not Baldur's
Yeah, it's a
Gate.
different one.
Yeah.
No, I just the fact that it's so close makes
I
me
mean-
nervous.
Right on that river. Shanthar, that's... Oh boy.
Oh. Didn't we
We
follow
don't
that
know
river
about
up?
Baldur's Gate. We don't know. Do you know about Baldur's Gate?
No.
You've heard rumors.
I don't know
There's
about
a
Baldur's
reason
Gate.
I didn't say anything in character.
I can't turn the character voice off.
The voice in
I
Nellie's
know.
head. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Lily was like, Salune? Hello?
Hey God, are you there?
It's me,
Nelly.
Margaret.
Are you there, God?
Can you hear me?
It's me.
What the fuck? What the fuck? God. Okay. So we've heard rumors about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I mean, very strong rumors. All of them horrible, so it's kind of like really hard to believe them. Like, how could
Oh, that sounds like an
entire city be
exaggeration.
taken down?
Don't worry, it's
Alright.
worse.
I hope somebody's taking notes. Write down this name that she's writing down. Silas Dalov. I think the spelling's probably important. It'll probably, I mean, once Sarah gets a minute, we want to head there.
Kyle Silas?
Huh?
Hey. Question.
Answer.
Metagaming question. Just little panic question. What did you say the name of that guy was in the other campaign?
What guy?
Yeah, which one?
Scary goth ladies. Chauffeur.
Lady Ardors? Oh, the chauffeur?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pretty boy.
Oh,
did
that
I
was,
say the name?
Senor Salvors.
Okay, it has a similar
Yeah.
sound, so I was like, no.
I know you said the name in the campaign, but I know that I didn't hear it because I wasn't paying attention.
I wrote it down. I, didn't
no,
really get it. I was just.
No, the guy, the chauffeur was Ralvern.
Oh,
Mm.
right. Self-Wars is the one I was thinking of, though. It was just in my head a similar sound to Silas the Love for some reason. I think my brain just like combined the two words, and I was like, oh. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, look at this handy dandy sheet our DM gave us so that we can remember.
That's so nice of him. Was
The house about. He said he wanted to make him
person-
suffer even after death.
trusted with this their children by Ileana and her mother. Okay, my laptop is so warm. This is not good, y'all.
Ilirana and Maltreya. Silas Dalov took the children. What were the genders of the children?
Twin girls.
Twin girls. What did they look like?
One.
Like, did they share your tiefling characteristics?
Yeah, like were they tieflings or were they? I mean, I don't know what your lover looked like. So
Oh, he was wonderful. He was, actually a djinn from the elemental plane of water.
You, him and him. Okay.
what was with that laugh? That was weird.
You're just making things more complicated.
For who?
Not in a bad way. I'm just like, damn, this is like top tier court intrigue. So,
Court intrigue. Like the scandals. Okay, a gin. All right. And so they were twin girls, but what appearance did they take on?
Well, one was beautiful. She had a slight tint of red. I mean, my skin is very scarlet, so, and Rahasa was kind of a cyan, and we had, both of our children kind of had a mix of both. Sort of a light pinkish for one of them. Tiefling horns, beautiful little girl. And the other, more of a robin's egg, skinned. I believe she might have, probably a genasi.
No horns on that one?
No.
I don't remember how to spell genasi.
Damn. Have we heard of the few?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the tits knew about the few. I mean,
There's no way that we do.
There's no way.
We're too busy
Wait,
being clouds.
I've got a stage background.
flying around.
You know, there's another group that goes through town, and for some reason, every town gets pranked for some reason.
I have sage background. Have I heard anything?
I mean, yeah. If like news of the few have gone throughout the southern part of the country, they went through Thaymarsh, and that is like a lot of where they saw. And also, Hiscyra has a poster of the image, this one. She carries around with her.
Oh,
but it's not in color.
fangirl.
Well, no, that
Fangirl?
was the image that they made when they went through Thaymarsh. They got their the legendary heroes talking about them.
Why can't I find history in my thing? I'm blind. There it is. Yep, nope, Tahpa doesn't know.
I mean, okay, so one looks tiefling-like and has pink skin? Or pink horns? What's pink?
Oh, just a light red color to her skin. Beautiful set of horns as well. They, of course, I mean, you have to develop horns. They were just nubs at the time when I last saw them. I couldn't see them for very long. I spent a few weeks here. I mean, I had to get back to Garros before he suspected something.
Okay, and then the other one was blue and looked genasi-esque. What's a genasi look like?
They have traits of Jinn, of elementals from the different planes.
Right. Now, does everyone, I feel like Tahpa here doesn't know what a djinn is. You want to explain it to him? I think that would help.
Oh, yes.
him.
I definitely do not know what a djinn is. I'm very lost here. And he's not even trying to hide it. He's like doing a subtle wink.
Thank you, Tahpa, for your honesty.
Tahpa, he kind of turns to address everyone instead of just focusing on him. Well, a djinn is a very powerful being, usually associated with an element, earth, wind, water, air, or fire. and they originate from the elemental plane, just outside of our mortal plane, or the material plane. And they sometimes come here. There are rifts between the worlds that they happen to get through and explore. They leave their mark, and they usually go back.
And that's who Rasahal was.
Yes, he was a Marid. It's a very specific kind of djinn to a water elemental.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, Tahpa.
Yes, that was very informational. Thank you. I'm feeling much smarter now.
So what do you want to do in this situation? It's kind of, we're here to help you, so how can we help?
Well, Ilirana was saying that they took Rahasal's body. So I don't know what that means. Is he still alive? He died here, right? And the girl will nod her head. So I is that a lost cause? It feels like we have a choice. We either go to Garros and see if we can find Rahasau, or we go to Elturel and see if we can find the children. But it's been so long. I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of your call.
I thought you said your fault.
No,
I was like, damn, Soch.
This is your fault. Frankly. Keep it in the pants. This is what happens when you go around cheating.
The phrasing of making him suffer even after death, and with him being
still alive.
Djinn, I am curious. And then he had an ability to. Sorry, I should be doing this in character. Sarah, you said you had. You said your ex-husband had an ability to like be seemingly immortal, right? So that does cause me some concern for your lover's well-being. But I also would hate to encourage you to go back to such a traumatic place.
But you all can do such amazing things. What if there's a chance to save him?
I mean, but if he is dead, we won't be able to revive him.
If there's...
But I'll know.
Is there a way, like, Can I roll another history check and see if I, like, have any knowledge of Djinn, specifically, like, and, like, what it takes to kill a Djinn? Like, maybe he was not actually dead, he just wasn't breathing or something? Or, because I don't know enough about Djinn to know if that is worthwhile, or if I've read anything about like an artifact that like can bring people back.
Well, you do know about high level magic that can bring people back from the dead.
Right.
Hiscyra,
Well, I meant like.
Hiscyra is like literally taking. She has a body in her bag that she's trying to find someone to resurrect. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right.
Sarah has a body in their bag.
She has a bag of holding.
It's technically dust, right? It's not a full body.
Yeah, it's dust, but she has hope that somebody can revive this person.
Okay, so it's not like my Dragonborn who's hoarding skulls for some reason.
Have you guys
I don't know.
played
I
that
don't
game
know that
in a
context.
year?
That was literally the first campaign I joined of your guys's. They were just
So you guys
working
haven't touched
skulls.
in like a fucking year and a half.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Oh, the Secret Dallas.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot that you were hoarding skulls. I was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
I think I ended up with 5 of them.
Oh my god. Yeah. That was not Noxus.
I wish
right?
that was a character choice for her, but it's not.
All right.
Um,
See, so here's the
okay,
thing.
yeah.
I'm more concerned about the fact that, Jinn are these very powerful creatures, and yet somehow the Hiscyra's ex-husband was able to kill him. Like, defeat him, in a sense. That is a little bit concerning, because I don't know if we're as powerful as a magical elemental being person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is definitely also something I'd be worried about.
Alex, can we see the map?
Sure.
I'm trying to remember where the artifacts are that we're supposed to be hunting. Sorry.
We're not. That's the other
Not
group's
this group.
problem.
Yeah.
We're just enjoying life.
I'm good with that.
We're just a bunch of goofballs and then one very traumatized person.
Yeah. We're just a series of side quests. That's all we are. We help those old people cross the bridge, and now we're helping Hiscyra.
That's
So-
fine.
So Hiscyra and Garros are from this area. So she wants to see if Rahasau is still alive. If he's not, at least she'll have closure. And then Eltrail is over here, where reports of her twins have gone. And I have made these handy dandy handouts for you.
Oh my gosh. Handouts. I love handouts. I thought that said outdated as the Phoenix.
Outdated as the Phoenix.
Like, what does that mean?
To take revenge. How dare you say I'm out of fashion?
How dare you, sir?
It's expected that I'm to be outdated. I'm trying to live forever.
Oops.
Malvern, suspicious hot-bearded man who keeps popping up, was asking for Balashard, was at Wizards Only Club, is now with scary goth fiend lady. Good notes.
I love these notes.
So I guess that's a good place to end tonight. Kind of like deciding where to go next, and all this information, kind of good time to process it. You've learned a lot about Hiscyra, and we'll have some time to think about where to go next.
All right.